What's up YouTube? It's your girl Majestic Madness 15 and we're back at it again with another video, and this time I'm giving you guys an update on me and my Pixel 9 Pro XL. This has been my daily driver phone for the last 2 weeks. I've taken it with me to a convention, I've taken it with me to work, I've taken it with me everywhere I end up going. And I feel like it's been a time. I feel like I dubbed this phone everything that I need, but maybe not everything that I want. And I say that to mean that the first thing that I noticed when I put my SIM card in this phone and it was all set up was what was different. What was different from my Samsung phone? What settings were missing? What was where? That was literally the first thing that I noticed when it came to this phone. And upon first impressions, my initial reaction was, oh baby, no, I need to go back. My first impression was, hold on, like I think I really missed some of this stuff. Like I use the side panel and I stack some apps there that I don't want on my home screen, but I need them frequently enough. I use the toggle and the quick settings to put the phone in vibrate and silent and sound. You know, I use the priority notifications, and I like to have those profile pictures pop up on the lock screen so I can see exactly who's texting me in some situations. I like to use the edge lighting. There's a lot of little customizable things that I like. I like being able to use stackable widgets. I like having my app drawer and being able to put stuff in folders to make it a little bit easier to find. And all of that stuff was missing. It took me a little longer than it should have to actually even figure out how to put the phone in vibrate. I had to Google it. Okay, I had to Google how to put the phone in vibrate because it wasn't a setting in the quick toggles and I had no idea where it was. So yeah, upon first impression, I was like, yo, I feel like I'm missing a lot of customization. I feel like I'm missing a lot of stuff. And now that I've used the phone for 2 weeks, I haven't thought twice about any of that. Any of it. Honestly, when it comes to the app drawer, I end up searching for my apps anyway or scrolling. Half the time I don't feel like scrolling and I just search for them anyway and let it pop up. And I like the fact that in that search bar, it'll give me more information than just my list of apps in case I need something else. I put some of my most used apps onto my home screen, and it still didn't make my screen feel cluttered. Honestly, one of the biggest things I needed in that side panel on my Samsung phone was Google Wallet, because I prefer Google Wallet to Samsung Wallet. And now that I have that in the quick settings toggle, it's great. I also put my calculator in that side panel. Well, that's something that's in the quick settings toggle. So again, I've just kind of found workarounds around things that I thought I would miss, or I just haven't thought about them. It's really that simple. I feel like this phone gives me everything that I need. And some of the stuff that I thought that I wanted, I didn't actually need. They were nice settings to have because they were available, but if they're not there, it doesn't make or break my experience. Now, I will say I did finally figure out how to put the phone in vibrate. You do have to press the volume button either up or down and then press the toggle. I thought that was something that was going to annoy the crap out of me. It's actually incredibly simple. I think one of the only things that I do kind of miss is I like the complexity that is Bixby routines. The Pixel does have routine options, but it's really, you know, when you connect to a Wi-Fi, when you go somewhere, do you want to put the phone in vibrate or silent? I had a routine that anytime I went to my office, it would automatically put my phone in vibrate and it would automatically turn the media volume all the way down. So I just never had to worry about if I accidentally opened something, it's gonna go blaring in the office. Now I was able to set up a rule that it will put my phone in vibrate, but I can't do that media sound. It's something I manually have to do, but again, it's not the end of the world. Some of these things I really thought would make me run back to my Samsung phone, and over time I just completely kind of forgot about them. I've found my own groove, I found my own routine using this Pixel device, and in all honesty, I've been enjoying it once I got past that initial shock. But overall, my time with the phone has been really good. I've taken it to a convention, I've taken tons of photos, and you guys were not joking when you said that this camera was beautiful, because it's beautiful, it's stunning. The photos that I took at the convention were amazing. I actually posted a bunch of them in a YouTube short if you want to check that out. I was taking photos of cosplayers, I was taking videos at panels, I was walking with it. The camera stabilization while walking was amazing. The zoom, I was a little shaky with the zoom. I want to believe that the zoom itself is actually pretty smooth. I just didn't account for how much my hand just naturally moves, so some of my zooms are a little shaky, but I promise you that's me, that's not the phone. But I liked the fact that I could actually customize. I could pick very quickly between the 50 megapixel camera and the 12 megapixel camera. I liked the fact that I could actually select what I wanted to use as far as a microphone, if I had my headphones in, or if I wanted to use the mic in the phone. I think both sound amazing. You also have the option to kind of enhance your speaking voice when you're recording, especially with the front camera. I think that's super helpful for vlogging. I've pushed the battery to the limit, and for the most part, I typically can get a full day out of this battery. It really kind of depends on what type of day I'm using. Android Auto is always like my biggest battery drain. So if I'm driving anywhere and I'm driving for an extended amount of time, of course I'm trying to charge it while I'm going, but in some instances I have just let it go and it hasn't been that bad. I might have to top off a little bit at a certain point, but if I'm charging the phone at all, it's typically late at night, you know, pushing like 9 o'clock, and it's really because I'm going to be up longer and I just need my phone not to die. If I was going straight to bed, we'd be fine, but I can typically get to like 8-9 o'clock with about like 20% battery left, and that's with me driving somewhere, that's with me using the camera, playing Pokemon Go, watching TikToks. So this battery has really been doing everything that I need, and I never feel like I'm actually concerned that it's going to die, unless, like I said, I'm extending past 12 hours of the phone being not on a charger and just in use. So some of the features that are exclusive to Pixel, like some of their phone calling features like Hold for Me and the spam calling, I honestly have not had too many opportunities to use yet. I feel like the spam calling is working without me even trying, because I have gotten next to no spam calls since I put my SIM card into this phone. I used to, on average, get at least one spam call a day, and now I find that I don't get any. I've seen a couple times that a call has started and it's already it silenced the call without me even knowing, and I get a notification that says, you know, a call has been blocked due to suspected spam. But unless somebody has listed themselves as restricted, I have not been getting any spam calls, which has been honestly amazing. It's kind of nice not even having to worry about it whatsoever. Now, the Now playing is probably one of my all-time favorite things. I heard so much about it. I know that in some instances they've been trying to make widgets that'll do the exact same thing for Samsung, and it's just, they have not gotten it right. It is crazy to me that this phone is constantly listening. Sometimes I'll be sitting here at my desk listening to music, and I just look down and I can see that it's listening and figuring out exactly what song is playing. I went out to dinner with my friends last night, and I was trying to show one of them, you know, this is how the Now playing works. And when I pulled up the list, it literally showed me every song that had been playing while we were in the restaurant. And even in that list, in that bank of Now playing knowledge, It'll allow you to select how you want to find that song. Do you want to find it on YouTube? Do you want to find it on Apple Music? Do you want to find it on Spotify? Do you want to find it on YouTube Music? Whatever you use, it's going to try and find that song in your space. And that's amazing, because I cannot tell you how many times I listen to a song, especially when I'm watching anime. I listen to a song and I'm like, I wonder what that song is, and I have to go searching or find somebody who posted a playlist. And if this could just listen for me, you solved a lot of my problems already. Now, I will say that the nice part about just switching to another Android device, but still being in the Android sphere, is that all of my previous accessories already work. I'm able to use my Galaxy Watch, I'm able to use my Galaxy Buds that I just purchased, and they work flawlessly. All I had to do was download the Galaxy wearable app, sync everything up, and it was fine. It works same way that it would work on my Samsung Galaxy S24 Plus. I think the only thing that the headphones can't do is like 360 audio, but that's not something I was doing anyway, so it doesn't bother me that that one setting is taken away. But outside of that, everything works perfectly. I get my notifications on my watch, my workouts are syncing. You know, I was able to download the Samsung Health app. A lot of these applications that are, even though they're geared towards a certain ecosystem, they still work with the other ones. And that was just a breath of fresh air for me. I was really glad that I didn't have to immediately just have obsolete, useless products because I switched to a different ecosystem within the same kind of, I guess, like OS. Now, I will say that one of the main places that I've had some issue is probably Bluetooth. And upon doing a little bit of research, I have seen that other people have been having the same problems. This first instance, you know, fresh out the box, no update, Pixel 9 Pro XL was having some Bluetooth issues. I couldn't even make it from my bedroom to my kitchen with my phone charging back there. I could not make it into my kitchen, which is not very far, without the call starting to sound staticky, without the other person saying, hey, you sound a little bit like a robot. And this was when I was using my Galaxy Buds. So I did a test. And between my Galaxy Buds and my AirPods, I actually was able to leave the apartment with the AirPods. It would still get staticky, but I could go in the kitchen, I could go into my laundry room, I could step out of the apartment and still be able to hear the call a little bit, and the other person could hear me. When I used my Sony WHX8-910s, I did find, similar to the AirPods, I could move around my apartment comfortably, even step outside of the apartment, and the other person on the phone could still hear me. But when it came to the Galaxy Buds, my prized possessions, because I love them so much, I could barely make it into my kitchen before the phone would start to break up. And after doing some research, I did find that people were having terrible Bluetooth connection issues when it came to the Pixel 9s. In some instances, people were using the Galaxy Buds. In some instances, they were using Pixel Buds. So it was just all in all an issue. I have found that even when it comes to connecting to my Android Auto, it just seems to connect a little bit slower than my Galaxy phone. Now, they did have a September patch, and I noticed that the phone calls were a little bit better. I did the same test. I was able to move freely in the kitchen. Laundry, once we get into the laundry room, yes, it's breaking up a little bit, but I at least don't sound like a robot. I'm currently running Android 15 Beta 2, so I will be conducting another test in order to see if the Bluetooth range is a little bit better. I have seen a couple Reddit posts where people said the Bluetooth range on the Galaxy Buds wasn't that great either, but I will say that when I paired the Galaxy Buds with my Galaxy phone, I was able to freely move around my apartment. I was able to leave the apartment, phones in the exact same place, only one SIM card. So same controlled environment, and I definitely got more of a range out of the Samsung phone than I did for the Pixel phone. So I do think this is something that can easily be updated, with time, and we'll see. We'll continue. So yeah, all in all, I really have been having a good experience with this. I think just with anything else, starting something new is a little scary, a little intimidating. It gives you have to take a moment to actually like dip your toe in and get your feet wet. But this phone, not only is it beautiful, I've thoroughly enjoyed using it. Even with the Bluetooth issues, I have not truly thought about going back to my Samsung phone. I can say that when I initially first changed and I thought that all of these little things that I was finding were going to bother me, I thought about it. I was like, I don't think I'm going to use this. I think I might send it back. I miss this. I miss my side panel. I miss my stackable widgets. I miss my folders. I miss all of these little things that I've come to even forget I needed. So the Pixel will continue to be my daily driver. I will continue to be giving updates. I'll make sure to give a longer, more in-depth review as I continue to use it. As far as cases go, I am currently using the Casemate clear case that has a magnet attached so I can use my pop socket. And I do have the Pixel silicone case in the rose quartz. Both of these together look simply beautiful. Yeah, all in all, I've been having a pretty good time with the Pixel. I've learned my way around it. I've figured out how to make it my own, and I'm happy with what I have. If you are looking forward to any more of my thoughts on the Pixel phone, along with any other technology I come across, please leave me a comment down below, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell for notifications, and I will catch you guys at the next one.